Graduate Admissions, Planning, Policies, and Practices, the Graduate College, North Carolina A&T State University. This presentation provides information for coordinators of admissions for graduate programs. It will cover some, but not all, important planning, policies, and practices for graduate admissions. Planning graduate admissions. First, the department should conduct a thorough review of the admission policies and requirements in the graduate catalog, the graduate program's handbook, the program website, and any printed materials. The department must ensure that the language in the catalog and department handbook are accurate. Whenever changes are needed, they should be and must be submitted to the Graduate Council for its review and approval. Changes must be done at least one semester in advance and can only be changed in advance of the admission term to avoid any corruption of the applicant pool. Second, graduate programs should develop a target number of new admits for the fall semester. This target number should be, at a minimum, significantly higher than the number of students graduated the previous year, including the spring, summer, and fall terms. Third, the department should develop a set of recruitment funnel strategies to convert prospects to enrolled students, as seen in the diagram on this slide. At the prospect stage, these are individuals who are both aware of your program and also those who are not aware of it. At a minimum, the department website should be updated with engaging information on the unique benefits of studying in your program. This should also be, these prospects should also be generated using a combination of integrated digital marketing strategies, sometimes obtained by using purchase lists, such as the GRE search service, sometimes including prior year incomplete applicants, or perhaps by obtaining McNair Scholars Directory prospects and other related resources. At the inquiry stage, this is a very small percentage of the prospects who have somehow expressed an interest in your program, perhaps by selecting it on a request for information page or by visiting a recruiting table. Personal phone calls to these individuals can be very effective. The applicant stage. Departments should ensure timely review so that admission decisions arrive to these individuals quickly. This will be covered in the next part of this presentation in more detail. Applicants are often entertaining admission offers from competitor programs, so timely decisions are sometimes critical for landing high-quality applicants. The admit stage. Here, departments should consider ongoing communications with this group and encourage them to confirm their enrollment. Although it may vary across programs, in general, a yield rate of 60 to 70% is generally the case. That is, students that a yield, meaning the percent of students admitted that actually enroll. Graduate admission review. Department handling of admissions should be holistic and based on associated best practices. Holistic review means that admissions is based on both traditional academic skills, like those evidenced in a transcript or standardized test score, as well as academic-related capabilities like creativity, resilience, and motivation expressed in letters of recommendation, personal statements, or professional experiences. Tools important for enhancing efficiency and reducing bias in admission review include the use of rubrics, rankings, and a waitlist. Each of these tools utilizes data more effectively to review files and inform decisions. Each of these tools also reduces bias and increases the quality of the applicant pool. A rubric is a scoring guide made up of various components representing desired admission requirements. Each component has a scale of definitions with a value or weight showing how well the applicant demonstrates the attribute or the desired attribute. Rubrics are a good way to ensure holistic review because they force reviewers to provide feedback on every item. They require the use of data, not emotions, to drive judgments, and they make expectations for how to use judgments explicitly across multiple reviewers. Finally, rubrics streamline committee work and discussion. This image shown here is one example of a rubric that is available upon request from the Graduate College. Ranking of admitted applicants is made clearer with a rubric that assigns applicants a raw score. These scores can then be objectively compared and sorted. Rankings can be used at various points of the admission process, such as for those who will be interviewed, who might go further in the admission process or not. Departments should make time in advance to come up with the ranking and also factor in time for committee discussions of those rankings. These discussions can verify that the numerical raw scores reflect the applicant pool accurately. For example, quantitative and qualitative differences between the top and bottom of the ranking should be distinct. Admissions waitlist. Departments may consider the use of an admission waitlist in instances of minimum space constraints. For example, a graduate program curriculum may require new enrollees form a cohort or learning community, which then depends on a minimum number of student enrollments. A specific date should be determined by when applicants are moved off of the wait list or will be moved to the next open term. There should also be regular communication with the admitted applicant pool not on the wait list so that the department knows when to move others off the wait list in a timely fashion. Departments should notify applicants within 2 weeks of an application arriving to the department. This is an important best practice for timely review and admissions. Only when the targeted number of admitted students is met by February 1, the priority application deadline, may a department elect to close admissions. As shown in the chart, a department may focus its attention on the middle 50% of the applicants using the holistic review best practices mentioned previously. That way, more time and attention may be given to applicants that are neither clearly superior nor clearly low quality. This allows for sufficient review during the spring semester. Notification of admissions. The graduate college decision letter in the applicant portal is the only official notice of admission. Departments must never make a verbal or written statement to an applicant indicating that they will be admitted, or any type of communication that indicates congratulatory comments that also suggest admission. Whenever recommended by the department, admission letters communicate additional academic admission requirements, such as background or core courses to be satisfied in the first year of study. Decision letters also communicate denial decisions. Reasons for denial are not communicated to the applicant. However, departments are required to notify at least 2 reasons for denial in accordance with holistic review principles mentioned earlier, and these reasons are communicated to the graduate college but not to the applicant. The only exception is when the target admission number is met by February 1, which is a case the department may cite less than 2 reasons for denial. Finally, applicants may defer up to 1 year or to the next open term for the program they were admitted to, whichever is longer. This concludes this discussion about graduate planning, policies, and practices. The previous discussion does not cover everything related to graduate admissions. So if you have further questions, please contact an enrollment coordinator in the graduate college. Our contact information appears here on this slide. Thank you for watching this presentation.